Hello ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and welcome to part 3. You know what, I get told I sound really weird in my What Ifs compared to real life, and I don't understand why. Because if you ask me, I sound exactly the same. But anyway, this is part 3. What if Deku was the reincarnation of the Sage of the Six Paths? But yes, it is your boy Harry Fox, and you guys have been enjoying this What If a lot. But I don't really like making My Hero Academia What Ifs because, mate, I have to cover 5 seasons. Like, very quickly. So, I mean, I like, but I still make because it's what you're doing at the end of the day. But yeah, guys, other than that, I hope you do enjoy. And yeah, let's just get straight on with the video. After completely acing the entrance exams, Bakugo and Deku went home. And this time there was a sleepover at Bakugo's house. They both went home ecstatic. Yes, we aced that, we had to get in, no matter what. And halfway before they get home, All Might pulls up next to them in a car. And he jumps out and he runs and hugs both of them. He's saying, "You did it, you did it, you did it! I've never seen such an amazing performance, even from myself in my prime." They both begin to smirk. But all of a sudden, Deku starts screaming in agony. He drops to the floor holding his chest, just screaming out in pure pain. And he begins actually crying for help. All Might and Bakugo grab and crash him. All Might goes into his bathroom and jumps to the hospital, while Deku falls unconscious. He falls into his own mind. And he's walking around in this empty black pitch. He screams for the Ten Tails. And he says, "Ten Tails, where are you? Where are you?" But nothing. And he hears a laugh saying, "Ha ha ha. Don't worry, young man, you're fine. Sorry, I didn't mean to cause you such extreme pain. You was a lot stronger than I thought. So me ripping your soul had a bit of a fight back. Next time, I'll make sure to be careful." Deku looks in front of him, and he sees an old man with the same eyes as him. He, for some reason, feels like he's looking in a mirror, although they both look completely different. And he goes, "Wait, who are you?" We all know this to be Hagoromo, the Sage of the Six Paths in the Naruto universe. And he goes, "Well, you're my reincarnation. I'm the Ten Tails' pre-go master that she always talks about. I'm the Sage of the Six Paths, Hagoromo." Deku goes, "So you're who I used to be? Huh, I thought I would have looked a bit more cool." Hagoromo laughs and says, "Cool. I completely revolutionized the ninja world, gaining him the ability to use chakra. How dare..." "Ugh, don't worry. I understand what you're talking about. You're a teenager, aren't you?" Deku says, "Yeah, but anyway, why did you want me?" Hagoromo says, "Well, in truth, it's because for some reason the reincarnation messed up and you only have about 20% of your true power. And I have still been able to pass on. But if I'm being honest, the reason I wanted to pass on was mainly sheer boredom. Yes, the ninja world that I created is such a nice thing to watch for the first 100,000 years. Not the first 100,000, for the first 1,000 years. But when it becomes the 10,000, it gets a bit boring. But this world is so different, and your life that you're living seems to be full of excitement. So I'm being honest, I'll give you your full power, but I'm also going to stick around. Because I can help you learn how to use the Ten Tails till its fullest." And Naruto says, "I don't use her, we're friends." This caught Hagoromo off guard, saying, "You're friends with the Ten Tails?" Naruto goes, "Yeah, at first she was just a yapping dog in my head. But we managed to build a sort of mental connection, and I can understand her. This catches Hagoromo off guard. That wasn't even something he could do. But the next generation always overpowers the first. Or the previous. And he goes, anyway, here's your original power. Deku wakes up in hospital before being able to get in another word. Inko, Mitsuki, All Might, Bakugo were all there in tears. As what just happened then? They got told Deku was dead. His heart stopped for at least 10 seconds. And the doctors all around are all rushing around saying, he's alive, he's back. They put a mask in his face and Deku just rips it off saying, I'm fine. He sits up, he feels this new energy coursing around his body. What is this? Deku feels this new type of energy that's getting absorbed from the environment around him. And Hagurama goes, that's what you call sage, that's what you call 6-pass sage mode. Deku smirks saying, cool, and Hagurama says, you have other abilities now, as you might notice if you look in your reflection and activate your Rinnegan. Naruto does so, and he sees his Rinnegan's now red and it has these weird swells in it. Now Hagurama says, those are Tomoe. Every single one of them have a different ability. Naruto goes, I have 12 of them. And Hagurama goes, precisely. He jumps up and he says, my body feels stronger. And he jumps up testing it out and he breaks through the roost and he holds his head going, ow. Wait a minute, that didn't hurt. And he says, Bakugo, grab that knife and stab me. Bakugo does not question it, as he's learned Deku doesn't do stuff without a reason. Inko screams, no! Mitsuki says, don't you dare! And he rushes up and he stabs him. This knife snaps on Deku. And he goes, so that's what it is. Everyone there is confused. What do you mean that's what it is? Explain. He goes, my heart didn't stop. I think my body evolved and went under a metamorphosis. I feel powerful. Hearing this, Bakugo smirks, saying, how powerful? And he lunges at Deku using 10%. For Deku, Bakugo was moving in slow motion. And he puts his finger up and blocks the punch and he says, that powerful, Bakugo. Seeing this, well, not everyone's shocked. All Might and Bakugo are shocked, as they're the only ones who understand what power this punch had behind it. And they both go, training now. Inko says, don't you dare, and she slaps him. How dare you die and then think I'm going to let you leave? You don't get to do this to me, I'm your mother. And Deku says, you're my mother and you slap me. I believe in equal rights, equal fights. You're lucky I like you. I would have rocked your shit just then. Inko gets caught off guard saying, you've never sworn in front of me. And he calms down and says, Mum, people change. I'm not the same little boy that you need to coddle. Ask All Might. I could take him on. And All Might agrees, saying 100% Deku would win. Hearing this, Mitsuki face and Inko's face just go, what? And All Might says, also, Mitsuki, Bakugo is my successor. And she goes, what? And All Might says for both of them, you don't give your sons enough credit. They're insanely powerful. I have a guarantee these two are going to be the next number 1 and number 2 heroes. I don't know who yet, as yes, Deku's powerful, but Bakugo is growing at an insane rate. Hearing this, although they're scared for the kids, they're proud. And she says, fine, but you come home straight after whatever you're doing. And Deku says, for sure. He grabs onto Bakugo and All Might and teleports. They get to the beach they normally have their sparring session. I mean, All Might's facility. I don't know why I did that. All Might's facility. And they go, wait, you can teleport? Deku says, I think so. It just felt right. He goes, so that's one of my new abilities. They begin sparring. They soon realise that even if Bakugo lands a 10% punch, he does no damage. And up to 80%, All Might's punches don't do anything to Deku either. Also, Deku can move faster than light at this point. Like, All Might 100% still looks like slow motion to him when he has his Rinnegan activated. And he gets really bored. But during their training, Deku slips up a bit. And All Might throws a powerful, devastating right hook. And he says, damn it, I can't block. Think. Wait, use my chakra to make a shield. Deku attempts to do this until a rib cage appears around him and blocks All Might's punch. He goes, what is this? This is a light blue rib cage, by the way. For those hardcore Naruto fans, you know this is a Susanoo. Hagurama says the same thing. That's my Susanoo, well, our Susanoo. It's the most powerful defense you will ever see. Unable to be damaged through it unless it's a force strong enough. And it's powered by chakra, and you can evolve it. Naruto smiles and says, interesting. A hand shoots out from the top right, a skeletal hand, and he pins Bakugo down and says, nah, this is still the first stage of Susanoo. And he says, I do like this. We now get a time skip for like 2 months, my bros, where Deku gets to his first day in UA along with Bakugo, because he is a hoe. He gets put on 10 toes. Oh my god, what am I doing? This is what COVID does to you. This is what COVID does to you. But anyways, they both walk in, and everyone just looks at them saying it's them two, the ones who got top place. And they ignore the stares. As they're walking, they both get the glass at the same time, and Ida rushes over, saying, I demand and a put! Deku boots him in his face, saying, I'll piss off, learn your lesson, you're not any better than the rest of us. Everyone wondering, yes, in this what if Ida's a proper fucking snob. He thinks he's top tier hero shit because his family come from a line of heroes and all that. But in reality, he's nothing compared to Deku and Bakugo. Ida sits up holding his nose saying, how dare you, do not know. Deku appears in front of him and just right hooks him like bow, 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 bow. Of course, with not any real force behind it, he didn't use any power. But it's still enough to give him a few bruises, and he grabs Ida by his collar and says, for the last fucking time, I do not give a fuck if you're from a hero family. This is UA, it doesn't matter what your background is. Did you get top place in the exam? No you didn't, so why are you giving me chat? You're just a fucking snob, mate. Do it again, and I swear to God, you're gonna lose your legs. Deku grabs onto it and he crushes one of Ida's legs and heals it straight away. So Ida begins to scream, you broke my leg! You broke my leg! As he still hasn't realised it's been healed. And all the class rush over, how could you? And Deku goes, he's being a drama queen. As Awa sits up, he was just watching this, but if Deku really broke his leg, that's straight away exclusion. He rushes over and he sees Ida's legs completely fine and he says, were you faking it to get him excluded? And he goes, no, I promise you, it was broken, I promise. Deku leans down in front of him and grabs onto his hand and says, he's like holding it like you do when you're being kind. And he says, why would you try to get me excluded? Deku activates fire on Ida's hand. He begins to burn it to like its bone. He screams, my hand, my hand. Deku heals it straight away. You burnt my hand, and he rips it out and it's completely fine. He goes, wait, what? Aizawa says, Ida, I expected better from your hero family. He tells this to rub in like salt into the wounds. If you're gonna brag about being a hero family, at least keep up with it. Aizawa says straight away, you two seem like you'll be trouble to Bakugo and Deku. Bakugo says, what? I didn't even do anything! How am I in trouble? He's the one who got into a fight! Aizawa says, don't think I didn't see you with your explosions ready to jump in. Bakugo has a weird smile and says, yeah, I don't know what you're talking about. And Aizawa says, well anyway, we're gonna have a fitness test. Get to the training field. Yuraka does her usual, but what about the enchanted ceremony? And Bakugo says, if you want to be a hero, do you really think that we're gonna have time for a ceremony? If you're welcome to, go join them, but when you're complaining about the rest of the class being one step ahead of you in every little thing, ain't my fault. But yes, they go out to the training course, and the first one is, well, today we are gonna do, well, Aizawa says, well, we're gonna test your quirk aptitudes. So who got first place here? It was you, Azuki, wasn't it? Come throw this ball. Deku steps up and Bakugo rushes in saying, nope, I'm doing it. Deku says, feel free to, I don't want to do it anyway. Bakugo steps up because he still wants everyone to be amazed by his quirk. Because he knows if Deku goes first and gets that top score, it's not going to really sit in how amazing Bakugo's score actually is. So he does it first. And he does exactly what Deku does with One for All in the canon. And puts it on his finger. And he chucks it, but before it can get too far away, literally just as he lets it go, he powers up an insanely powerful explosion. Like 100 times more powerful than in canon, and he launches out bitch flying. And it goes to 10,000 kilometers. Or 10,000 meters, whatever it was in canon, whatever measurement it was in canon, it was now 10,000. And everyone goes, wow, amazing, 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 that was just incredible, I'm so impressed. Then Deku steps up and he says, I'm about to make this go out of this world. He chucks the ball using his full strength. It goes flying. He puts his hand up and says, almighty push. The ball, they clearly see the ball speed up insanely. And then finally, he summons up a true seeking orb and he slings it flying after the ball, coating it and makes it fly out of the atmosphere. Getting infinity, and the true seeking orb comes back down without the ball. I mean, with the ball as well. Aizawa goes, impressive, you got infinity and you also managed to get us the ball back. That's double. Infinity times 2. That's the score Deku gets. The class goes infinity times 2. That's a bit of a drag, ain't it? Deku smirks saying, thanks. The rest of the activities, Deku gets first place in every little thing. Like, to the point it was stupid. Bakugo gets second in everything as well. And I feel really sick. 1 second. 1 second, guys. I'm gonna be sick. And I'm back. Sorry, guys. Yeah, it's a little bit sick. But after this, the day finishes. Everyone introduces themselves to Deku and Bakugo, trying to get on good terms with the two most likely to graduate first and second. That's their nicknames. And the two most likely to graduate top and second. But they never specify who, because they all know Bakugo will get pissed. The next day was Heroes vs Villains training arc. And it goes as such. It was Bakugo and Ida versus Deku and Uraraka. If you're wondering why I keep on stuttering and repeating myself, I don't feel well. COVID is not nice, guys. My head. I'm trying to open my eyes, but the PC's light's actually hurting. But anyway, and it begins. Deku rushes through the building, and Bakugo and him both make a turn at the same time. Bakugo sends a massive explosion at Deku, and Deku just runs through it, not affecting them, and he decks Bakugo in the nose and keeps on running. Bakugo ends up chasing after him, as Deku gets into the room just in time to see Ida. He does not go for the bomb, he lunges at Ida and starts beating him about the room. Everyone who watches this knew Deku was holding a grudge, and he just wanted to beat on Ida. He slaps him into a wall and rugby tackles him through the wall. Bakugo finally gets into the room and sees what he's doing, saying, I starts laughing, saying, damn it Deku, your fight's with me. He charges at Deku, actually tackling him with Ida. And Ida jumps up and uses his full power kick and boots Deku in the face. Seeing this, everyone got shocked, including Bakugo. As Deku's expression changed, his green eyes became a purple Rinnegan. No one's seen his Rinnegan yet, by the way. And he says, how dare you lay your fucking feet on me? He grabs Bakugo by his face and slams him into the ground, sending him to the bottom of the building. Bakugo lands on his back and activates 10% to jump back up. Not before Deku has already used Almighty Pawn Ida to choke slam him, activated one of his true seeking robs and broke Ida's legs. All Might's thinking about stopping it, but he knows if he does, Deku's gonna beat the shit out of him. And Deku's absolutely pummeling Ida all about, to the point even Kurashima says over the man, that's not manly, dude, stop. Deku says, that's not manly. Okay, let me show you this. He controls Ida's body to use that same force of the kick that he used on him on the wall, and absolutely obliterates it. Ida's plan there was to actually hurt Deku seriously. He didn't know how tough Deku actually was. And he says, if I wasn't as strong as I was, if that was anyone else, that kick would have killed you. Seeing this, Kirishima shuts up, and he looks Ida in the eye saying, kill me? I'm gonna make you wish you're dead. And he puts him in a genjutsu, watching his whole family get murdered by Deku millions of times. He snaps out of it saying, he killed my family, arrest him, I'm in charge, call the police, he killed all my family. Seeing this, everyone just looked at Ida as if he was trying to drag it, get Deku arrested. And Deku laughs, and he punches Ida in the chest, breaking his rib, and touches the bomb. And he looks at Bakugo saying, oops, sorry, I got pissed off. And he blows a fireball at Bakugo, which Bakugo has to counter with an explosion. But anyway guys, if you did enjoy it, anyway guys, if you did enjoy, make sure you share with your friends, family, like, subscribe, comment down below, hit the notification bell so you do not miss another daily upload. Check me out on Instagram, check me out my thumbnail artist, check me out on Snapchat, and other than that guys, I'll see you in the next What If. I bet you liked that quick ending, innit? I had to test how quick I could do it.